The box office failure of Starship Troopers is one of the most heartbreaking flops in movie history. Paul Verhoeven's sci-fi action film was fully appreciated only after it hit home video. And now Sony is preparing a remake of the 1997 film. Sony knows all about reboots. These are the same people who gave us Ghostbusters 2016 and Men in Black International. So the final quality of the remake is nothing to worry about. These masters clearly know what they are doing and will not let anyone down. But until that masterpiece arrives, we have no choice but to revisit the story of the 1997 film. The movie Verhoeven originally planned was very different from the one we eventually got. Edward Neumeier, the screenwriter of RoboCop, began writing an original screenplay called Bug Hunt at Outpost 9. In the 90s, sci-fi concepts of all kinds were extremely popular, and the new big-budget movie being developed at TriStar immediately attracted major directors. Even James Cameron expressed interest. At the time, he was known for Terminator and Aliens. When Neumeier finished the first draft and presented it to the studio, someone there remembered a novel by Robert Heinlein that Neumeier's script vaguely resembled. After comparing the two works, the studio decided to buy the rights to Heinlein's book. They figured they could borrow a few ideas and avoid lawsuits after the release. And that is how Bug Hunt at Outpost 9 turned into an adaptation of Starship Troopers. This was the moment Paul Verhoeven became interested. He had just survived the painful flop of Showgirls and needed a big hit. But when he tried reading Heinlein's novel, he was disappointed. Later, he said the book was boring, dumb, and saturated with militaristic propaganda, which he hated. After discussing it with Neumeier, with whom he worked well on RoboCop, Verhoeven convinced him to heavily rewrite the script. They wanted to add irony and strip away the glorification of militarism. In the novel, humans fight not only the arachnids, but also a humanoid alien species allied with them. The bugs in the book also use futuristic weapons. Because of budget limitations, the film dropped the humanoid aliens and removed the bugs' high-tech gear, which would have looked ridiculous on screen. The rewritten script went into production. Most of the movie was filmed on studio sets and in the state of Wyoming. The biggest challenges came from shooting in Badlands National Park. Many crew members suffered heat stroke. Water had to be delivered in refrigerated trucks. The heat forced the team to redesign the infantry uniforms. Originally, the actors were supposed to wear their full military gear in every scene. But since people kept collapsing from the heat, the crew allowed actors to wear simple black tank tops for most scenes. Another problem appeared that had nothing to do with the weather. No one wanted to fully undress for the shower scene. Even though Verhoeven cleared the set of everyone except himself and the cinematographer, the actors remained uncomfortable. Eventually, someone suggested that Verhoeven himself should run around naked in front of the cast. Verhoeven did not hesitate. He stripped completely. Cinematographer Jost Vacano did the same. After that, the tension disappeared and they filmed the scene with no issues. Later, Verhoeven said the film suffered from outside interference, even at this early stage. They had to cut the scene of a CGI cow being killed. The fake cow was meant to bypass animal cruelty restrictions. But even the digital cow triggered outrage from animal rights groups. They had to censor the shot by hiding a technician behind a sign while he sprayed red liquid onto the walls. It was cheaper than animating the entire effect. Test screenings after principal photography went surprisingly well. Only the romantic storyline took serious damage. Audiences disliked the love plot more than anything else. A kiss between Denise Richards and Casper Van Dien was cut because viewers called it excessive after the death of Xander Barkalow. Additional scenes suggesting that the heroine loved both male characters equally were also removed. Viewers of all genders found the idea unbelievable. People especially hated how quickly Richards' character fell for Xander. A few other scenes were trimmed because the MPAA threatened to give the film an NC-17 rating. After small changes, the movie secured its R rating. These removed moments were cut so late that they reappeared in most DVD versions. The flop was unexpected and very painful. Nobody saw it coming. Starship Troopers opened at number 1 in America but collapsed by the second weekend. There are many theories about why. Some, including Verhoeven himself, blame critics. He claimed their early negative reviews poisoned the atmosphere. The funniest part is that those reviews attacked the movie for promoting militarism and fascism. Later critics were told they misunderstood the film, and many quietly corrected their reviews. That is why modern ratings are far more positive than the ones from 1997. Casper Van Dien blames the R rating. He insists they could have killed bugs in any amount under a PG-13 rating. And if the film had dropped the other adult content, the box office could have doubled. Another theory points to the cast itself. Many believe the film needed a major star to sell it to the masses. In the 90s, a recognizable face meant far more than today. If the studio had cast someone like Keanu Reeves, whom they contacted early in development, things might have gone differently. Casting unknown young actors was Verhoeven's idea. He wanted them to look age-appropriate and follow the tone of the book in the script. Starship Troopers cost $105 million to produce, not including marketing. It earned only $122 million in theaters. To break even, the movie needed at least $210 million, and even that would not cover the marketing. But at least a theoretical sequel could have been greenlit. For Van Dien, who was just beginning his career, the flop was devastating. After Starship Troopers, he barely crawled into a supporting role in Sleepy Hollow, then sank into straight-to-video movies. Today, with modern marketing and meme power, Starship Troopers would have made far more money, even with unknown actors in the lead roles. But there is no way to change the past. That was Frameback. See you on the next Rewind.